When I'm working on getting my shoulder into a better position, one of the areas that can be tight and very restrictive is our pec muscles, right? That big muscle in the front of our chest gets tight, right? It's one of the muscles that we exercise frequently, but it's also because of the way we sit and everything is in front of us throughout our day, our shoulders tend to get rounded forward. So that pec muscle gets shortened while that posterior part of the shoulder gets lengthened, and that makes it weak. So yes, it's important to pull those shoulder blades back, but you really can't pull those shoulder blades back if the front doesn't let it go. So we want to work on some release techniques to get that pec musculature a little more mobile so it's easier for you to pull your shoulders back and be more successful. So what we want to do is we're going to use our lacrosse ball as our mobilization tool, and our pec muscle goes anywhere from our sternum, and then it kind of comes across our chest, and then it comes into a narrow tendon that goes into the front of the shoulder. So we want to be anywhere underneath the collarbone and anywhere all the way down to our nipple line. And we're going to feel that musculature right there. So when we take the ball, we're going to place it right into that spot and put some weight into it. Now, if I have the mobility, I'm going to take this hand and put it behind my back because this puts me into an internally rotated position, which winds up some of that musculature, so it makes a little more tension there. If you don't have that mobility right now, that you can't reach behind your back, you can start with your arm at your side. But I'm going to put an arm behind my back, and I'm going to lean forward and put weight right onto that ball. And then from here, like I do all my mobilization work, I can rock up and down on it until I find my spot where it's really tender, where it's a little more tense. When I find that spot, I can take some nice deep breaths there and try to relax into it. I can create mobilization by moving my head, or I can create mobilization if I have the mobility to lift my hand off of my back. And then I can continue to explore my pec musculature. So rocking up and down, rocking side to side, right? But anywhere from under the collarbone all the way to the sternum, and then even all the way down to that nipple line. So I can work all of the edges, and I suggest that you work along the collarbone, then down the sternum, and then out into the musculature back towards the top of the shoulder. And you're going to find some spots that are tender in there, and that can use some mobility. And as they get more mobile and that area softens up, all of a sudden, it's going to be a lot easier for you to pull your shoulder blades back and set your scapulas in a better foundation.